Tell Me About It is brought to you by Extreme Health Club.
Trevent KY Sports TV. I'm here with clean-shaven baby boy James Brown from 104 The Score. We're on Glasgow Electric Plant Board, Channel 6, the local channel, on Tell Me About It. And we have waited, I have waited, since last week to get back on the air and talk about the hope in the Pope. Wow.
The hope in the Pope, huh?
It amazes me that as a program, a month ago, ridiculed, laughed at, Louisville trying to go after Scott Drew and trying to go after other coaches. And when Cal stepped down, we can hire any coach we want because we're the most prominent program in the country. So you're telling me that Mark Pope is who Kentucky really wanted?
That's who they really got.
I didn't ask you that.
I mean, Louisville got Elvis Presley. They wanted Rick Pitino.
Well, hey, it's fine. It's fine. Why are you bringing Louisville in it? We're done. We've had our coach for a month. We're done. I asked you a question.
WKU got Hank Plona. I don't know. I guess that's who they wanted because they immediately elevated that dude. Maybe that's a good hire.
Will you answer the question?
What was the question again?
Is
there hope in the Pope?
Is Mark Pope who UK really wanted?
I mean, I don't know about who UK really wanted.
I think the boosters and the old money at UK wanted Mark Pope.
Well, I would say he certainly is a throwback to a happier time for the old-time UK fans. Mm-hmm. And so I would say that's a win for them. I mean, many of the new boosters were Calipari people. So, I mean, they weren't going to stick around no matter who they brought in.
Okay.
So they're going to Arkansas anyway. So, right. I mean, does that part, I think kind of is a wash.
Do you think Pope will win at UK?
I would say so, yes.
Based on what?
I mean, he seems to be a pretty good coach. He did well at his first stop at Utah Valley, and he did well, especially this year with BYU moving into the Big 12. So, I mean, he's shown.
So you think he'll do well moving into the SEC?
I'm not sure.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
He cannot win in the SEC with the players that he's going to get.
How good is the SEC? Do we really know?
I think the SEC is one of the tougher conferences in the country.
It may be tough during the regular season, but apparently, we had Alabama and Tennessee make good runs in the NCAA tournament, but in the tournament, the SEC wasn't good overall. I mean, it turned out that the two best teams during the regular season were actually the two best teams.
Right, and that's why they were ranked 1-1.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is that otherwise the SEC flamed out in the NCAA tournament.
Okay, so let's see if this plays out the way my mind is telling me that it's going to play out.
Okay, go ahead.
So you've got Reed Sheppard, who had a phenomenal...
Let me stop you real quick.
Okay.
Here's the thing about Mark Pope. If Reed Sheppard stays and plays, it doesn't matter, because that means that he's won the day to start with. I think that's the thing that most people want to see happen.
Well, will you let me finish what I was going to say?
I just wanted to point that out.
Before you so rudely interrupted. That was where I was going with this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead then. I figured you were just coming with some hate, so I was trying to get ahead of that.
Mark Pope and Jeff Sheppard were roommates in college.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Stacy was on campus while they were playing. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he is the godfather to Reed, per se, in so many words. Godparents.
Okay.
Godparents.
We were going down the road.
No. We're not going to play Sopranos. We're not going to play Sopranos music.
If he doesn't stay on campus.
No. But I think that Jeff Sheppard and Reed had a lot to do with the hiring of Mark Pope. I think Reed Sheppard will stay.
Okay.
And Jeff or Stacy will be on the staff.
Okay.
That I think that was the angle for them to hire him as the coach. If you get Reed Sheppard to stay...
Folks, write it down right now.
Yeah,
in a month.
you
In a
might as
month,
well.
you can send messages to
No, don't send me messages. I don't
Trevent
like.
Hayes here to
I
let
don't
him know
like,
whether or not he was right or
I
wrong.
don't like for people to send me messages. They tag me and stuff to let me know if I was right or wrong. They just tag me and stuff. Aaron, Aaron, of course, Aaron, you can't see. What do you think about that, Aaron? Do you think that one of his parents will be on the staff before the?
I don't know about them being on the staff. I definitely think that, it certainly was a plus that they were roommates, and I think that they believe if there's a shot to keep Reed, it was hiring Mark. I still think he's going to the draft.
You still think he's going?
Yes.
After the terrible performance he had in the NCAA tournament.
I mean, that's not stopped hot freshmen before.
His stock definitely went down after that performance.
I guess it's the thing. I'm going to be just completely pessimistic about the idea and just be overjoyed if it does turn out the other way. But I'm just going to assume that he's gone. And
See,
excited if he
as a non-UK fan, I think he's going to stay to play with Perry. And I really think they let the best kid in the state get away.
Who's the best kid in the state?
Noah from
Trent.
Harlan County. Noah Trent. I think he's better than Perry.
He had an
I think he's better
run.
than Perry, and he's going to South Carolina. So, what if you
Well,
had
but he was
all?
already getting away, right? I mean,
They weren't recruiting him,
well, not Calipari wasn't recruiting him.
right?
That's not a day of Mark Pope.
Well, I'm not saying I didn't say Mark Pope
I mean,
let him
they
get
being
away.
the prior administration, the University of Kentucky ain't recruiting nobody. Calipari recruits people, the coach recruits people, and the next coach tries to find his people.
And I'm glad you said that because the days of getting the studs are done at UK.
But this goes back to the whole argument about Calipari and why he didn't win in the tournaments to start with. Because, he brought in studs and they stuck around for a year and they went to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. There was a certain faction of the fan base of Kentucky who may not be native to Kentucky who were really happy to see that. Drake. But, I mean, the base fan base of Kentucky was kind of tired of seeing that.
Did he enter the portal?
Drake?
Yeah.
He probably did.
Is he going to Arkansas?
He's going to be Suey now.
He's going to Arkansas.
Yeah, he ain't going to be as cool in Fayette, Arkansas, though. Anyway, Fayetteville.
Well, I'm glad our celebrity didn't enter the portal.
Well, wait, real quick though.
Jack Harlow stayed,
Let's finish. Well, I mean,
and he's already writing
he
checks.
ain't Canadian. He's from Louisville. Anyway, he's got a reason to stay. He can't go
I
anywhere
can't wait
else.
till we take a break.
But look,
staple.
He's not a UK fan,
anyway, my point is that so they're not getting the studs anymore.
right?
I think that's fine. I think this is the transition that everybody wanted.
Who's everybody?
When I say everybody, I mean the base Kentucky fans, because of the people who would call in to shows or write things and say.
The people that called in the shows were usually from Eastern Kentucky.
Okay, then they're the base UK fans. I don't know where they're from. I meet them all over the state. My point is,
Aaron shaking his head yes. Where's the base of the
a
fans?
certain aspect of the Kentucky fan base was
They're
now.
all over, but they're in the hills and hollers.
In the hills and holler.
That's
Who
fine.
calls in? That's KSR every day.
A certain aspect of the Kentucky fan base was tired of this particular brand of Kentucky men's basketball. They wanted a different one. So they're going to get a different one. We'll see whether or not it's successful. We have programs around the country that have shown that that mixture of transfers, veteran players, and bringing in good freshmen is successful. Look at UConn. They've done it 2 years in a row with different players. I mean, they really had nobody returning. They had two guys returning who played significant minutes last year when they won. So we see that how to win in the tournament is now different than it was when Calipari started at Kentucky. So if you want tournament success, then that's what this is all about. So Mark Pope better be successful. Otherwise, his little Untouchables run and the nostalgia and all that won't last very long. They'll find somebody else.
That was so hilarious. A pep rally?
Yeah, why not?
Why?
Well, I mean, you had to pay to get in, right? That's why.
It was free.
Oh,
It was free.
Because
Was you in line, Aaron?
No.
Did you go?
No.
You wanted to go, didn't you? You didn't get off work in time to go.
No, it's on Sunday. It's Saturday.
My partner, Anthony Johnson, Mr. Tony, I can believe that he went because he covers UK basketball and football. He covers both. I saw my guy with a blue shirt on at the presser.
He did a great job.
I don't know about that one, Tony. I don't know about that one.
What was he supposed to wear? Black?
What he usually wears, black. Yeah, he usually wears black. He usually wears his KY Sports TV clothes. And he wears a blue button up. Yeah, I think he may have had a UK tie on.
He forgot to tell you he's going to be on the staff.
Oh,
next.
he's going to call because he listens to it. He listens. If he's driving, he listens to it. He can't watch it while he's driving, but he's listening. Very disappointed in my partner, Mr. Tony. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about something.
Oh, gosh.
What are we going to talk about?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Extreme Fitness has doubled in size, now with over 8,000 square feet of co-ed weights and an upgraded 90-degree saline therapy pool. The Extreme Fitness campus also holds the exclusive Extreme Fitness for Women complex and Extreme Blend smoothie bar. You have to experience the variety of classes to realize the impact they have on their clients. Personal training is with the best in the business and is available and tailored to fit individuals. So start your journey today at Extreme Fitness and Health Club.
Introducing the Glasgow EPB customer payment portal and mobile app. With our new sleek and user-friendly payment portal, managing your Glasgow EPB services has never been easier. And if you need to make a payment on the go, our new mobile app lets you pay your bills with just a few taps. The Glasgow EPB customer payment portal and mobile app, because managing your Glasgow EPB services should be as simple as flipping a switch. Visit glasgowepb.com/billpay today to sign up and download the app.
Trevent,
Yes.
we're here on Tell Me About It.
Yes.
I'm James Brown.
And I'm Trevent.
There's baseball, softball that goes on, track,
Really?
tennis, yeah, high school variety. Actually, college as well, college baseball. Before we get into that, before we get into the high school stuff, did you know WKU baseball is pretty good?
I have seen that.
Yeah. Had a good win against, at that time, number 8 ranked Dallas Baptist, which is in Conference USA now. Won the series 2-1. Came back last week and beat Louisville, I think, on a walk-off, 3-2.
So is that the only reason you wanted to talk about baseball?
No. I just wanted to point out WKU is pretty good at baseball because their previous coach, they struggled. They might have a couple of pretty good players, but this team's scrappy. A lot of fun to watch play. Okay. They play defense, run the base paths, timely hits, all that stuff baseball coaches love. And winning games and playing pretty well.
Okay.
It's just been a while since we've seen WKU baseball be in this kind of position. Actually, probably close to 10 years at this point, really. They were pretty good last year, but they've won some impressive games this year. So I might need to go down there and watch them play.
You want to go?
Yeah, we can go down there.
We'll go watch a game.
My son
Can I
runs-
sit down, though?
Yeah.
Because you stand up the whole game.
No, just when I'm working.
No, you stand up 99% of the game, so you work it the whole game.
No.
Me and you are built different, James.
Yeah.
Because you can still squat down and take pictures. If I squat down, somebody's got to help me up. I have bad knees.
I'm getting there. I'll be honest with you,
it's
man.
bad.
I'm getting there. My knees aren't.
You know,
great.
that's really the reason, to be honest with you, that's really the reason I don't go to, I can't sit on the metal bleachers.
Oh yeah.
The day we went to the Barron County softball game, it about killed me.
Yeah.
Sitting on the bleachers.
I can't sit down at the games. I mean, just all these years of like shooting photos and all that jazz. I just got to be standing up. It's too. I don't know. I'm not sure.
But I am going to go watch Barron County. I told Coach Murphy, I'm going to watch. I'm going to go watch them play a game.
You need to go check out their baseball team too. Actually, on the baseball front, both Barron and Glasgow have had some impressive wins recently. Now,
I remember you were kind of down on baseball there for a while.
well, I mean, none of our teams were playing that well. They were inconsistent and they were losing games. You know, some of them were close games against good teams, but some of them they were getting killed. And so it was one of those things where, at least at Glasgow, of course, we have a new coach, Cameron Garman, and a whole new coaching staff. None of the previous staff was back. So maybe it just took them a little time to get accustomed to each other and what their expectations were. But then they've been playing better. Then Barron he actually has a pretty young team still, even though they've played quite a bit together. And, his pitching staff was kind of, you had Tristan Meach who was pitching well, but otherwise he was trying to find the people who were going to win games for him. And he found that with Joey Myers, who has been pitching really well. And then it is Skylar Potter,
Potter?
Who comes in and closes, and Gavin Coffey also closes. So those guys have been doing well. And then for Glasgow, Mason Bass has pitched well. Austin Parker's pitched well. I think Mason Lowry has pitched pretty well in some games. So Glasgow, the biggest thing is they've got to where they're hitting the ball. Like last week, they beat South Warren 9-8 in a game, and they swept the series against Allen County Scottsville in the district, beat them 8-5 and 7-3. So they're really hitting the ball pretty well. And Barron, in the 15th district this year in baseball, one of the things they're doing is they'll play back-to-back games. So they're really playing. They're playing the regular number of games, but they're playing them back-to-back. So on Monday, you'll play at one place, and Tuesday, it'll flip to the other place. So it kind of makes teams have a pitching staff in those district games, where in the past, if a team had like a dominant pitcher, they may pitch that same dude in every district game.
Gotcha.
So it makes things a little more competitive. And then so Barron won down at Warren East 5-3 on Monday, and then came back Tuesday. They were down 3-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Got 2 runs to tie it up, went to the extra inning, turned a double play in the top of the 8th to get out of that one, and then had a couple of hits, got a walk, and kid got hit by a pitch in the front of the hip.
Wow.
And walked in, and the winning run scored on a hit by pitch. So pretty scrappy win for them against Warren East. So it's been, they both played a lot better lately. And then, the softball teams, Barron's played pretty well. They're hitting the ball pretty well. They've had a pitching change. So Shay Bogue's kind of taken over in the circle, and then Gracie Myatt comes in and pitches some as well. But they've been hitting the ball pretty well. They beat Warren East Tuesday, I think it was 15-6. So, yeah, they're playing pretty well. Glasgow still can't quite get the wins. I think they're 1-9 overall. They've had some close games, but they just can't seem to find the rhythm on the wins. And we were talking about Cavernum before we came back on the air. Of course, they had the 2 wins against Fort Campbell the Saturday before, whatever that was, the 13th, I think it was. And so they were down 8-3 in the bottom of the 7th to Fort Campbell in the first game of that day. Scored 6 runs to come back and win that one. I thought Peter DiStefano was going to hug everybody because he was pretty fired up about it, the coach. And then they won the second game 8-4. It was called early because there was like a collision in the base path. And,
I saw that.
Yeah. So they ended up calling that one. A girl from Fort Campbell got hurt, but they counted as the game. I guess they were only playing 5 innings, and I think they were in the 3rd when this happened. So they counted it as the game. And and then they lost the game in Monroe County where they were up 7-1, ended up losing 8-7. But Peter DiStefano had a Facebook post where he was talking about the game and the emotions of the players after they got those wins against Fort Campbell and how much it meant to them. They were upset about losing the game, and it's like one of those.
It's a teaching moment.
It is. I mean, you did it to somebody else. Now it did to you, so to speak. And so it's like one of those things you learn the little things out of those. Every little thing is important during the course of a game to get those wins. And they've got some winnable games coming up too. So should be. I think they were playing Hart County today, which is a district game. So that was going to be interesting.
Is that home or away?
Home, I believe.
Is it home?
5 o'clock, I think is what it was.
5 o'clock. I may try to make that game.
Yeah.
If I can, I'll have to go home and get a chair though.
You need one of the.
When I saw you at the game, remember I was sitting on a bucket, and that didn't work out too good either.
Yeah, I know.
Sitting on a bucket, Aaron.
That's what coaches do. I thought, coaches sit on those buckets during the game, do that coaching?
Yeah, I couldn't coach baseball. Right? And it's hard coaching football, walking the whole. I have to sit down.
You're going to have knee surgery at some point in time?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. You're going to put that off before?
I'm going to. There's really not a good time to do it.
No.
But
I've always needed my left knee scraped, and because I tore my meniscus whenever I was in the Army, and it didn't heal back correctly. So
I could probably take care of that for you.
Do you think?
I'm pretty precise with the scalpel.
I just don't think that I want.
You don't want to.
I don't think I want some shade tree mechanic working on my knee. How about that? I don't think that'd be a good idea.
We'll have all the proper sanitation. I got you.
Do it.
That's what we do. I got you. We do it at the funeral home.
Well, James came in just for me to scrape his knee. I don't know how he got involved. It just happens.
Hey,
wrong.
I kept trying to get him to wake up, and he wouldn't wake up. So I knew that Augie would want him preserved as well as I could get him. Oh man.
Do you watch college baseball at all?
I do.
Yeah.
Not. I only watch it at like the super regionals. Yeah.
How about the NBA playoffs? You wait. Or the NBA, you wait till the playoffs to watch that?
And usually I don't watch the playoffs.
Really?
No.
I think the only thing that's been interesting to me in the NBA playoffs in the last few years, really, probably since 2019, is whether or not Kawhi Leonard will actually be healthy and play a game. And then last year, Nikola Jokic was a lot of fun to watch play. So
he was. And the Lakers have to play Denver in the first round.
They're about to get
I'm a Lakers fan, but it's just so different now.
Oh, back to the college basketball.
Yes.
Did you see that Bronny's Final Four?
Who?
Louisville was on the list.
I for what?
You want that?
No.
You don't want LeBron at your games?
No.
Duke was on that list too. I don't remember who else.
Why would Duke want Bronny James?
Why would Duke not want Bronny James? They do want all that.
Yeah, I'm sure PK wants it too.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure Louisville wants it, but I mean he's not. His brother Bryce is the player. Bryce can play.
Yeah.
Bryce is built like LeBron. He's physical like LeBron. Bronny is an athlete, but he's just not.
Do you know? It reminded me of two things. One was Walter Payton's children,
right,
and then Michael Jordan's children.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, they were fine
high
athletes.
School players.
Yeah, they were good. They got to college and they were okay, but I mean they were not. It's hard to be behind that legacy mentally, and then sometimes you got physical freaks who might be your parents, and you just didn't get what they have.
I'm looking up this kid's name. Because I want everybody to take notice. He will definitely be the next great thing.
The next great thing
from Indiana.
Indiana.
Yes.
His last name's Bailey?
No. His last name is Bird.
Yeah. His first name's Chick?
No, it's Larry Bird's grandson.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you, he's the real deal.
All right, we'll see about that.
So we'll see the legacies. Now he will
so
keep
it skipped
that.
a generation, huh?
It did, because Connor, his son, was it his son that got arrested?
Man, I don't know.
I think it was his son that got arrested.
Driving too slow?
No, I don't know what he got arrested for.
All right, this has been Tell Me About It. I'm James Brown, Trevent Hayes.
Babyface James Brown.
We'll be back here next week at 6 p.m.